In 2019, there were an estimated 3 million dingoes across mainland Australia, excluding Tasmania, which covers an area of more than 2.9 square miles. With such large numbers, they have no direct impact on Australian farms. Faced with such a large number of dingo dogs and the damage they cause, what measures have people here used to deal with millions of invasive dingo dogs? To learn more about this issue, join me in the following video. Initially, Australia had about 300 to 400 invasive animal species spread across the states. Among them, the most prominent is the dingo dog that was brought to Australia as a hunting animal. However, they later became a significant problem, causing damage to Australia's agriculture and natural environment. They have become one of the leading invasive species, causing damage to native wildlife, causing ecological imbalance, and creating significant costs for governments and farmers to control and minimize their negative effects. The most important thing is that dingo dogs directly affect the economy and livestock farming. People living in Australia told me that dingoes cause about 60 million USD in damage each year to livestock farms in Australia, especially sheep farming. The reason they attack sheep is often due to their hunting instincts and adaptation to their natural habitat. The parts of the dingo dog that affect its hunting behavior are mainly its sharp canines and ability to move quickly, helping them attack and destroy target opponents effectively. Let me learn in detail about the above two parts. Leave comment 1 to let me know you're curious about this too. In recent years, dingoes have caused serious damage to kangaroo populations. With their fast running speed and hunting skills, they often take advantage of this ability to chase kangaroos. Dingoes often choose young or old animals to attack, causing the balance in the kangaroo population to be upset. Kangaroos play an important role in maintaining ecosystem balance by controlling the growth of trees and other plants. Their sudden decline could lead to environmental destruction and a decline in food sources for many other species. In addition, economic loss is also a worrying issue. Kangaroos are often an important source of income for the livestock and tourism industries in Australia. Declines in kangaroo numbers due to dingo attacks could have a major economic impact on people who rely on this source of income. This increases pressure on measures to control dingoes and protect kangaroo populations. What has the Australian government done to deal with invasive dingoes? They spend up to $100 million a year to address the economic and environmental damage caused by dingoes, and the most effective way is the hunting method to legally manage dingo populations. In Australian dingo hunting, bolt-action gear is a popular and effective choice. The main characteristics of bolt-action tools are the ability to shoot from a distance and high accuracy. This hunting tool has a simple structure with a simple operating mechanism. After each shot, the user needs to pull back the barrel to put new medicine into the hunting tube and at the same time prepare to take down the dingo. Next, The simplicity of the bolt-action tool makes it an ideal tool for dingo hunting. When hunting, workers will often approach dingoes from a distance, taking advantage of the precision vision of bolt-action tools. With each hunt, they can usually kill 6-7 dingoes, thanks to the power of their hunting equipment. This allows them to effectively control dingo populations while protecting lands and livestock from attacks. Using bolt-action tools is not only effective in taking down dingoes but also ensures safety for hunters and the surrounding environment. However, the use of dingo hunting equipment in compliance with wildlife regulations and rules is important to ensure a balance between controlling dingoes and protecting the natural ecosystem of Australia. Hunting is an effective way to control the number of invasive dingo species. But some opposing views can be raised. It concerns the ethics and treatment of wild animals. Although dingoes are harmful to agriculture, using hunting methods will cause pain to them. It is argued that they should be protected and managed in a more civilized way. In addition, the use of hunting weapons can impact the environment because cigarette smoke is released directly into the environment, reducing biodiversity. When it comes to controlling dingoes, there is a more enjoyable method and one that doesn't hurt them. That is using traps to trap them. One of the common traps used to catch dingoes in Australia is the leg hold trap. This type of trap is designed to grip their feet when they step in, to keep them from escaping. How to install this trap is extremely important to ensure effectiveness in catching dingoes. To install the trap, the user needs to find a suitable location, usually near paths or trails where dingoes often pass. Then they need to choose a section of road that already has dingo tracks or an area where dogs are likely to pass through. When a dingo walks into a trap, the trap snaps on their legs, causing damage and trapping them. The use of this leg hold trap can be considered more effective than the use of hunting gear, as it helps to safely capture and control dingoes without having to stun them. This also helps minimize the risk of harm to humans and other animals in natural habitats. However, the use of leg hold traps also needs to be done carefully and in compliance with environmental protection regulations and wildlife laws. In my opinion, the above methods are effective in controlling the number of dingo dogs. What do you think about the above two methods? Please comment to let us know. Which method do you find most effective? Comment number 1 if you find using hunting gear is most effective. Comment 0 if you feel that using traps does not harm dingoes. Thank you for watching the entire video. Like and press the channel subscription button to watch the next videos.
The kangaroo, the largest marsupial in the world, is also a native animal of Australia. With an estimated number of up to 50 million individuals, they form an important part of the ecosystem in this area. The main characteristics of the kangaroo is the herbivorous habit. They mainly consume grass, leaves, and fruits, often found in environments rich in vegetation, such as grasslands, forests, and parks. Kangaroos create a characteristic image of this beautiful country. However, the presence of kangaroos also means many challenges and problems. One of the biggest problems is the consequences of their encroachment on farms. Kangaroos' habit eating grass and leaves on farms cause significant losses to Australian agriculture, with losses estimated up to $100 million annually. In addition, kangaroos often appear on the streets, causing danger to people in traffic. According to statistics, each year about 200 people are injured in traffic accidents involving kangaroos. This poses a challenge to both road users and road safety programs. Kangaroo hunting is considered the most effective and popular method to control their population in Australia. Practiced by professional hunters and farmers, this method uses hunting gear and is performed at night to not pose any danger. Every year, about 5 million kangaroos become targets of this hunting activity, helping to maintain a balance between them and their habitat. This helps with protecting the agriculture from their destruction, especially during periods when kangaroos are reaching for food. In addition, reducing the risk of traffic accidents due to collisions with kangaroos is also a positive point. To minimize risks and protect the environmental balance, hunters need to comply with hunting rules and regulations. Having a valid hunting license, using the right gear, along with operating according to safety rules, are all important. The Australian government is also monitoring and controlling data on hunting activities, prioritizing areas with high numbers of kangaroos. Although hunting is an effective measure, the Australian government is researching and looking for more and more effective and sustainable ways to control the kangaroo population in the future. There are many kangaroo parks in Australia. Important areas are established with the goal of protecting kangaroos from hunting and preserving their habitat. Some famous conservation parks in Australia include Tidbinbilla National Park, a large stable located on the outskirts of Canberra, Australia's capital. This place is home to too many species of kangaroos, such as red kangaroos, grey kangaroos, and wallaby kangaroos. Another notable conservation area is the Kangaroo Island Conservation Park, located on Kangaroo Island, an island of the coast South Australia that is also home to too many important kangaroos. Introducing kangaroos into conservation gardens isn't only an effective way to control their populations, but also creates safe and healthy living conditions. These conservation parks often implement breeding programs to increase the number of kangaroos, keep their populations diverse and abundant, and prevent the risk of extinction. According to estimates by the Australian government, about 10% is preserved in national parks and reserves. This is not only a quantitative achievement, but also an important effort to preserve and protect rare animals from serious threats such as hunting and habitat loss. Keeping kangaroos as pets can have a negative impact on the surrounding environment, especially in the Australian context. The main problems associated with this behavior include the ability to escape, high fecundity, and the ability to compete with native animals. The kangaroo's ability to escape is a big risk due to its high jumping ability and agility. If not kept in a safe environment, they can easily escape and become members of the wild, creating an invasive situation. To minimize the risk of invasion from domestic kangaroos, Australian residents should follow measures such as not keeping kangaroos as pets, keeping them in a safe environment to prevent escape, and carrying out sterilization. For birth control, in addition, high awareness of the problem of kangaroo invasion in the community is also important, and reporting immediately when detecting the appearance of wild kangaroos helps local authorities take timely measures. What do you think about these measures to prevent invasion of kangaroo populations? Please comment below in the comment section to let us know. Thank you so much for watching this video until here. For now, you can have all the fun watching the rest of the video. First of all, pheasants are herbivorous birds. They eat many different types of plants. Yes, they are one of the invasive species that damage crops. With such small bodies, you cannot know how much they eat. A study in England found that pheasants can eat up to 5,511 pounds of food per day, equivalent to about 15% of the wheat yield of an acre of land. This can cause significant damage to crops, especially during dry periods or water shortages. As the weather gets drier, the fields begin to dry out. Pheasants do not just stop at eating grass. They will dig in the soil to find insects inside the soil and affect many different types of plants and degrade the land. Not only that, but the number of pheasant populations increased rapidly. When entering the reproductive cycle, a pheasant will lay about 10 to 15 eggs. They will lay eggs in enclosed areas such as bushes. The mother pheasant will then incubate the eggs for about 21 days. Newly hatched chicks will then be taken by their mother to look for food. According to a study by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, the growth rate of pheasant populations in Europe is on average about 10% per year. This means that a pheasant population of 100 will increase to 110 by the end of the year. Hunting to control pheasant populations is the leading measure introduced in Europe. In Europe, pheasants are popular hunting birds. This is an important economic activity in Europe. To control the population and increase economic revenue in Europe, European farmers have run parallel pheasant farming systems to serve as hunting services and control wild pheasant populations. It is understood that farmers have generated income from selling pheasants for hunting services. Farmers raise livestock using modern methods from incubation to breeding. The entire farm is surrounded by large nets so that the chickens cannot move outside the farm. In these areas, farmers grow agricultural products to provide food for chickens. When they weigh enough to be hunted, they will be herded into a corner, and about 5 to 10 pheasant harvesters will move to the hunting areas. Pheasant hunting season usually begins in August and lasts until December. During this time, millions of pheasants are hunted each year. Each year, European farmers earn about $500 million from raising and supplying pheasants. About $1.2 billion contributes to the European economy every year in terms of hunting millions of pheasants. After being harvested, pheasants will be released into the field where hunters will have to pay to hunt. And European countries also set regulations and the number of pheasants allowed per day for each hunter. This is to ensure stricter control of the pheasant population. The number of pheasants after being hunted will be harvested and processed by the hunters themselves. Pheasant meat is a popular dish. Pheasant bodies are quite small, and you will think, how many pheasants do you need to use to be able to provide meals for the whole family? An adult male pheasant can weigh up to 2.5 pounds, while a female pheasant will have a smaller weight, which is equivalent to 1.5 pounds. So if your family has about 4 people, you need at least a chicken that is 2.5 to 3 pounds to have enough food for your family members. You know, the price of pheasant meat is quite high, reaching about $15 to $20 per pound, while regular chicken meat costs from $4 to $6 per pound, and chicken here is reaching the price of $5 to $7 per pound. Pheasant meat has a unique flavor and texture, making it a popular dish in many parts of the world. Pheasant meat has a lower fat content, higher protein content, and richer flavor. Pheasant meat is also often considered healthier than regular chicken meat. You can also prepare dishes according to the dishes you like and your family's general taste. In addition to chicken meat, their feathers are used to make hats and jewelry. The best quality pheasant feathers are those from the long-tailed pheasant, the native pheasant species. The feathers of this chicken species have bright colors and high gloss. They are used to decorate hats. The price of normal hats ranges from $50 to $500 a piece. The price is quite high and depends on the type of hat. The most expensive pheasant feather hat in Europe is a hat made from long-tailed pheasant feathers, priced at $1,500.
So since these solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of colonies of some invasive species. Do you believe in any other better solution? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions down below. Plus, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to support our channel with our upcoming videos. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well.